Hello everyone, welcome back to Bricks and Dragons. Today we are looking at the Space Science Lab set number 60439. So, I just found these the other day, so I'm guessing that these are relatively new. I have not seen them anywhere else. I did see it at the Target store when I was there last. So, taking a quick look here. I was kind of looking for something similar to this, something that would actually have kind of a dome here for a space type set. So this really did kind of fit everything I was kind of hoping to maybe find at some point. So this really works out good for me. We have a little alien here. We got a guy in a wheelchair, and then we have a female astronaut is here as well. Nice part is, if you happen to have the set, we have 6434, you can connect this to it. So it does actually have a connector here, so you can make it into a bigger set, which would be just wonderful. Not a problem. So if you're fortunate enough to have the room for that, that'd be great. If you don't, then at least you have a nice little set. And it does open up, so it does add extra playability here. Lego is always really good at doing that. I've already put the set together, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the set in here, and then we can look at it all together here. So, here we are. Now, let me adjust the camera here. Okay. So I've got a whole bunch of parts that want to be right underneath my elbow here. Okay, so as we start off, we do have a little kind of space scooter of some sort. It does have the adjustable kind of thrusters here, a nice little targeting or driving heads-up display, and it is meant for the gentleman in the wheelchair or lady if that's who you decide to have in here. Honestly, I think it's a little odd we have somebody in a wheelchair out in space, but it is what it is. So here we do have our astronaut able to do this. Wheelchair itself is actually a newer design that I'm aware of, so I think this may work very well in my hospital, and I have a feeling that that's really where this is going to end up, and I may end up changing this a little bit, so that way it's really meant for someone to stand, or maybe what I could do is we have the alien. Actually, maybe I should have him stand up here. If I have him standing here, he can fly it that way, and then I can have the alien sitting here behind him. So we might do something like that. But it is an interesting design for the wheelchair. Wheels spin pretty nice. So I just think it's kind of odd having someone in a wheelchair out in space, but that's me. I'm not bashing it or anything else. That's just, a little difference here. Okay. So one of the things that they've been doing with the space set is we do have these battery kind of storage units. So we have like a double battery here with our battery controls on top. On the outside, this has a nice plate here to lift up for our entrance into and out of our lab or our habitat area here. We also have another dual battery pack sitting right here for charging up our little space kind of unit here, or our little space scooter. And turning all the way around, we do have some windows, and last but not least, we have an entry point, so that way if this was docked into that other building, this is where we're going to dock it to. Alright, if this does open up pretty well, let's see if I can remember where we have our opening point, and this is it right here. So as we open this up, here we are. Let's see here. Just trying to see if I have any other pieces here. I think I've got everything here. So when I was putting this stuff together, I was kind of watching the Star Wars movies because, we had the 4th. Okay, So we have a little space alien. So we're using that same basic body design that we were using in the Lego Dreams series. So it's an interesting little design. They had this for the monkey as well as for the slime people and all that, for Z-Bob. And of course we have an alien with the 3 eyes. There is only the one side for the face, but it's an interesting little setup, so I like it. It's kind of neat, kind of cute. Like I said, I could put this on the back side here, so we could have, that's not going to work here. We're bumping helmets here, so apparently that's not going to work. So if I can get them to stand up a little straighter. It kind of works, but it's kind of stressing this a little bit. The helmet's kind of rubbing up against each other, so it's not really doing the greatest. It's on here, but not the greatest. Okay, then we have another astronaut. Here's our female astronaut. If I can get her out of here. There we are. Okay, so she has a kind of thruster pack on the back here. She has like a little stud here, so we could put something else on there if we wanted to, or if we had to. And I have this piece just sitting here, so I could put that there if I wanted to. Kind of flattens that out, so we could see it's a air pack as well as a thruster pack here. The print on these are really nice. I do really enjoy the print. We do have our classic space symbol here, as well as some new looks to it. And on the back side, very similar to this one, we do have some nice print here. It's just that it's kind of hiding behind here, but really it is kind of nice print to have here. These are identical, just the arm colors are changed, the helmet's changed, but everything else is identical on them. So works out pretty good. So as we look through our habitat, we do have a sort of space tree here. We're using frogs for kind of our fruit or whatever is on here. There is, in the middle of the tree, a crystal in here. So we have our crystal there. It's like we're using the crystals, and we're using the crystals to make our energy, and that's how we're kind of doing our energy here. So this is our entrance. So this is our entrance door. We have a couple monitors here. This is monitoring our people, and this would be like our air supply and everything else from the looks of it. Behind here, this is our lab. So I don't know how well you can see this. This is our lab here right behind our tree. So I can undock the tree if I wanted to. Our lab goes into, or this is our entrance into the other habitat. So if I had 2 of these together, that would be there. We have a bed. We do have a coffee mug, a small little storage area here. We do have like a ring, so you can kind of float, grab that and maybe float up in here a little bit if you wanted to. We have a sort of shower here as well, next to our bed. And here we have a science station. This dot right here is the same color as our crystal. So our crystal and our battery is all using the same color purple. And of course there's a small battery pack, just a single one, sitting right there. So, and this, even though it doesn't really push out, that's our habitat right here, or our docking port. And if you wanted to, you could take this out, extend that out, or whatever you wanted to do. So it is kind of modular. It is kind of nice that way. I think if you wanted to do 2 of these, we could link them together here, and I could actually probably link this side to here. I mean, we can go all the way through. I don't know if you'd want to link these 2 together, or maybe flip it or so, or whatever. I think that is a very big possibility, the way that this is somewhat modular. with the walls here, I think I probably could flip these two, or I could just leave these separate and you could have them. I could put this on here, and then I could have this, one over here, another one over here, maybe the tree's out here somewhere, or whatever the case is. Or I could link the tree together. We're just using our little connector pieces here, and it links in pretty nice. And this does kind of cover up our top here, so as we put it together, this kind of covers up the top real nicely. When we do open this up, if you wanted to, you could actually kind of push these back a little bit, although doing that, it looks like these start coming off, so I guess we're not really going to be doing that, but it is an option that I was thinking. We do have some holders here, so if you wanted to put something in here, maybe like a lightsaber, you could probably do that. Just some of the different options here. When we do close this up, there's not a lot of room in here. So if you took the tree out and then maybe expanded this out, trying to see what we would actually have here. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, probably an 8 by 8 area inside here. So that's what you would have. Not a huge amount of room, but a little bit of room, so you could potentially put down a plate or something in there, open it up, and maybe something's on that plate instead of the tree. However you want to do it. Keep the tree in there, have it a little bit of fun. Maybe every habitat's got a tree to help manufacture air, because trees doing what trees do. Gives that option. So it is an interesting set. I want to say I think this was about $35 US. Very interesting. I was very excited to see something like this. I don't quite have the room to try and get that bigger set. It would be wonderful to be able to get something like that. And as you can see, I'm kind of building up a bunch of stuff on here because I'm running out of room. But we'll find a home for these, and we'll try and go from there. But otherwise, that's what we've got here today. It is an interesting set. I do enjoy it. It was fun to put together, and of course, it's even funner when you can sit here and watch Star Wars. And I can do that any day of the week, but it's a little bit more special being here in May, around the, may the Force be with us, having fun with it all. That's usually when I have a lot more fun, when I'm just kind of watching videos or whatever. It makes everything kind of go by pretty good. So hope you enjoy the video. Hope it gives you an idea of what you're really looking at when you see this in the store, and whether it's something you want to get or maybe not. Of course, it's always up to everybody as to what they prefer in their little cities, or just on a shelf or whatever. But like I said, hopefully it gives you an idea one way or the other. What you decide to do is up to you. And have a good day. And we'll see you in the next video.